Hello, my name is Marques Ritchwood, and today we have a college advisor, Mr. Junior, who is here today to answer some questions about the college applications process. Hi, Mr. Junior. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So, of course, you're here to answer some questions. Who should I ask first for recommendation letters?
All right. So with recommendation letters, most schools are going to require at least 2 to 3 recommendation letters that you're going to need to send in. But with that, I would suggest that you send in 3, just because you want to give colleges as much information about yourself as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever you are asking for recommendation letters, you're going to need at least one in a classroom, so that'll be a teacher, and then at least one outside of a classroom. And so whether that be a pastor, a sports coach, or just somewhere that you volunteer,
Mm-hmm.
you can feel free to ask anyone that. And so the reason why you need one in class to talk about you being a good student, and you'll need one outside of class to talk about you being a good person. And so the combination of the two will put you on a good level for sending in your resume letters.
Oh, okay.
Recommendation letters.
Okay, okay. What are some tips you have for navigating FAFSA?
All right. So if you were to come into the Go Center,
Mm-hmm.
we have FAFSA application checklist.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, we're going to have everything listed that you need in order to apply for FAFSA. And whenever that deadline comes out, or whenever the application opens on October 1st,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be able to say, okay, I have all my things on my checklist, and then you'll be able to fill out your FAFSA right then and there.
Oh, okay, okay. What are the differences between grants and scholarships?
All right. So a grant and a scholarship, a grant is going to be money that is given to you
Mm-hmm.
based off of some category, versus a scholarship is going to be something that you apply for.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so an example would be there's a first generation grant for Texas students if
Mm-hmm.
if your parents did go to college,
Mm-hmm.
all right? And so that way you don't actually apply for this grant, but they notice, okay, here's a first generation student, so you get that grant. Versus a scholarship, you're gonna seek out a scholarship, then you're gonna apply for that, and they're gonna award you money.
Oh, all right, all right. In terms of scholarships, grants, and financial aid, what do we eventually have to pay back?
All right. So in terms of grants and scholarships, all grants and scholarships that are given to you, that's going to be free money.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you get that money and you're going to go through school, and grants and scholarships, that's going to be money that's given to you.
Mm-hmm.
However, with financial aid covers grants, scholarships, and loans.
Mm-hmm.
And so loans are going to be the money that you're going to have to pay back, whether or not that be with interest rates or without interest. But just know that if you do accept loans through the financial aid process, then you will have to pay those back.
All right. What will my transcript consist of?
All right. So your transcript is going to be basically a list of all of your classes that you took
Mm-hmm.
from freshman until senior year, and also if you took some college or if you took high school level classes in middle school,
Mm-hmm.
that will also count. And so your transcript's gonna have all your grades. It'll have your GPA per semester as well as your final GPA.
Mm-hmm.
It'll also have your class rank on it.
Oh, all right, all right. What extracurricular activities should I be involved in that admission officers look at?
All right. So admissions officers, they don't actually look at what you're involved in.
Mm-hmm.
Just necessarily, they just want to see that you are involved. So no organization will look better than another.
Right.
It's just a matter of you finding something that you like
Mm-hmm.
and you being showing your passion by actually doing it.
Oh, okay.
So you can do student council,
Mm-hmm.
whether that be playing on a sports team,
Mm-hmm.
volunteering at church. As long as you are involved, you will be fine.
Oh, okay. What are some things outside of school that I should be doing that will make my application look good?
Some things outside of school, as I said, getting involved.
Right.
Don't limit yourself just to on-campus organizations.
Right.
You can do things in the community, whether that be like you play sports outside of school teams,
Mm-hmm.
involving yourself in your church, like volunteering at the local pet shelter,
Right.
volunteering at the Boys and Girls Club. Anything that you could be doing, service-wise, community service, that's going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
You could also, outside of school, you could also be studying for SATs and your ACTs. There's a lot of information out there that you could be doing,
Mm-hmm.
as well as visiting colleges
Mhm.
would be something that you could be doing, so you can narrow down your choices and see where you actually do want to attend school.
Mm-hmm.
And so all these things could be done outside of school.
Oh, okay. What are some useful websites in aiding with the college application process?
Okay. One website that we use a lot is going to be collegeboard.org. And so within College Board, they're going to have a website called My Big Future. And with that, there's a website that you can explore, pretty much anything or any colleges, whether those be in America or outside of America, and you can go down through the list and basically pick things that matter to you, whether that be location, size of the school, the amount of money that the school costs to attend, just anything major, any choices that you want, and it'll show you a list of schools that they think would fit with you based off of your preferences. And so My Big Future is really good for that. Another website that we use is called College Greenlight. And College Greenlight, it will also do the same thing as My Big Future. Plus, you have the added benefit of they match you with scholarships that you might also be eligible for based off of your preferences.
Right. All right. We appreciate your time, Mr. Junior. Hopefully you will be back here soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.